opinion on the state of politics in this nation? Do any of you have a strong opinion on that new Toastmasters Pathways program? Do any of you have recommendations for hair products to help a receding hairline? Mr. Toastmaster and fellow opinionated guests, I feel like we are a society shouting opinions at each other in the news, on social media, at the dinner table. But do we care enough to stop and ask what others think? I learned 2 lessons the hard way about the value of asking questions. The first was from my teenage son, Adam. During his first semester of college, he called me and said, "Dad, I'm going to be an actor." Did he just mispronounce doctor? You see, my son is born and raised in the United States. To him, all paths lead to the American dream. I am an immigrant from Pakistan, where the roads to success are far more limited. I always told Adam while he was growing up, God has a plan for you, doctor or engineer. In that order. He went on to announce, "Dad, I'm dropping out of college. I'm taking acting lessons. It's what I've always wanted to do." I said, "Oh, I didn't know that?" And he said, "How would you know, Dad? You've never asked me." My heart sank in that moment as I realized all this time I was trying to impart my worldly wisdom upon him. And not once had I thought to ask his opinion. We heard from our table topics today about some people who can learn a lesson so well they can avoid making that mistake again. Apparently, I'm not one of those people. Because lesson number 2 was in my work life. I'm an engineer, and my father constantly reminds me, "Son, you know you can still go back to medical school." I had recently been promoted to lead a small team of engineers, and I decided to be their superhero supervisor. I became Answer Man. I have an answer for everything. You have a problem? I have an answer, even if I have to make it up. Several months went by. It was time for my 90-day performance evaluation. My boss, Larry, sat me down and said, "Abdul, your team hates working for you. They don't seem to think you care about them." It was a wake-up call, but the advice Larry gave me changed my life. He said, "Make fewer statements and ask more questions. You will find better solutions, and most important, your team will know you care about them." I followed his advice. I stopped talking. I let them start talking. I was quickly able to engage, elevate, and empower my team to new successes. By following Larry's advice to make fewer statements and ask more questions, I enhanced every relationship I had, both professional and personal, including with my son. In fact, he asked me for my advice recently on his acting career. I said, Adam, what do you think you should do? He went on to explain his thought process. I said, that sounds good. He said, yeah, Dad, thanks for your advice. By the way, he recently landed his first paid job as an actor. He's in a series of hospital commercials. Guess what role he plays? He plays the patient. But it pays more than the doctor role. And I am so happy for him. Because he's living his dream. And I've learned my lesson. Ladies and gentlemen, do you keep an open mind? Do you care about the opinions of others? Do you ask enough questions? Whether it's politics, pathways, or hair products, I encourage you to make fewer statements. Ask more questions. Throw away those periods, erase those exclamation points, and embrace the question mark. As Toastmasters, we all know words are powerful, but words in the form of questions have the greatest power. That's what I think. What do you think?